A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, and in this particular session I would be sharing a collective reading, a collective message for all of you all people. Since I don't make videos for views and likes, I would like to tell you guys that most content that I share on this channel is based on inner work. So please make the most of it. For any twin flame on this ascension journey, it's imperative to understand that without doing inner work, it is impossible to ascend. As simple as that. So all your focus should be on your inner work, and all your focus should be on healing your wounds and traumas. So please focus on the content that talks about inner work only. You can also support my content on Patreon, and I would be moving a lot of content to Patreon because it's much better and we do not get reprimanded for using certain words. Sometimes there are lots of videos on YouTube that are taken down because certain words are used over there. But when these things are happening in real life world or real world and nobody is doing anything to fix them, then content creators need other platforms, and I would really appreciate if you also support my content on Patreon. I shall be sharing some of the links from Patreon, the things that I cannot share on YouTube. I would be talking about them on Patreon. You have the potential to learn from karmics and other people's karmic mistakes as well. You have the divine being potential. You are thankful to God and you're looking forward to what's ahead in this journey, which means, if I can understand, you're definitely someone who has already surrendered. You are very charming. Nice. Okay, you could also be taking care of some people, which means that you have responsibility of some people right now. It's not like you're all by yourself, and you are actually doing it as a responsibility only. You're very down to earth, sensible and realistic person. Sometimes you're gloomy and anxious, and someone who wants to be comfortable. Okay, I understand where it's going now. I'm also being shown that sometimes bitter words come out from your mouth because there's a lot of pain and betrayal within, which means that you still carry the pain of how you were betrayed or discarded. However, in this channeling, I'm being told something really amazing and wonderful. And I think this is really one of the things that every twin flame should be happy about, because I'm being shown that someone around you, someone in your life, or someone who wants to be in your life, someone who wants to prove to you that they are the right person for you. Indeed, they are genuinely someone who deserve a fair chance, or this is a person who you might have, said that things cannot work out between us. In a way, you were the one who rejected them, but you did not reject them downright. You saw that you have already chosen the spiritual path and now you don't want to go back into the materialistic reality. And you must have felt that this person was pulling you back to that world, pulling you back to the materialistic world. The main message here in this channeling is that there is someone who is doing hard penance to be with you. Hard penance. When we say penance, we also can say tapasya, we can also say meditation, we can also say inner work, only to be with you. But this is a disciplined person. This is not a person who would do some work today and then forget about it tomorrow. And they are doing it only because you are the reason that has inspired them to be a better person. You are the person who has inspired them to follow the spiritual path, the spiritual ascension path. And it could be possible that whenever they came to you, or whenever they offered to you, or they proposed to you, you were very clear about certain things. Maybe you were clear about certain type of dynamics that happens in most relationships, and you felt that you no longer want to do those things with anyone, not just them but with anyone. Even if your twin flame would stand in your face, because a lot of people think that twin flame is another person and they put the twin flame on a very big high pedestal, and many a times they are willing to do just about anything for the twin flame just to be with them. So once you grow ahead, once you grow a lot in your inner work journey, even if your so-called twin flame would come in front of you and ask you to do certain things for them, you would not do it. In fact, you would tell them that certain things are not possible until and unless they become worthy of you and your time. So this person is someone who respects you a lot. This person cares for you a lot. This person really wants you in their life, and they cannot even wait, like to be with you. But all of this impatience, in the past also they might have shown this impatience. This type of impatience you did not like, or you were not very comfortable with. So you had asked them to, work on themselves or their impatient nature. Or any time you said something to them which would probably make the situation a little better, they probably got a bit offended about it, because at that point in time they were not spiritually that mature to understand that to be a spiritual ascensioner, to be a person that you are becoming now, one has to sacrifice a lot and one has to live a very different type of life. For other people, especially who are in the materialistic world, they could appear to be very boring people, or it could appear that they don't have anything interesting to do. But enter the mind of the ascensioner and you would know what they do the whole day. It's a life which cannot even describe about. And many a times it happens that once you start doing inner work and you go very deep and you start enjoying everything, you get a lot of epiphanies, you get a lot of realizations, your life is different. You're no longer the same person. In fact, many a times you would, look back in the timeline and you look at your own self, that particular version of yourself. It would be hard for you to believe that you were doing those things. But you also thank that version of you, because only that version is the reason why you're here. So you don't want to disrupt that anymore. You don't want to give away all the inner work that you have done for some materialistic things that don't even attract you so much anymore, just because somebody is telling you that they will love you in words. So words are not that important, my dear friends. Actions speak louder than words. And in some cases, when people perform certain actions for you, actually those actions satisfy them more than they satisfy you. So here I am being shown that this person, whosoever is doing penance for you, has actually realized that you are the only one they want for the rest of their life. Or whenever they come to planet Earth, you are the only person they want. You're the only one they need. They cannot be without you. But they also need to be a person who's not codependent. They also need to become someone who can inspire you at the same time. Although I do sense a mutual admiration in this channeling, I feel that you also like this person, but you did not like certain things about them. You felt that those things were inappropriate, and you also felt that those things emerged from enabled narcissism. You felt that those things came because they were given too much love, which is not even required. You also feel that this person has a very beautiful, pure, loving heart, but they also believe in give and take, and they're extremely sometimes physical. Their needs are very physical and materialistic. As you grow higher in this journey, as you enter the subtler phases of this journey, you no longer want to associate with people who are too sexual or too needy in the physical reality. Even though they might be very loving, but if they are too codependent or they are demanding way too much for attention, which disrupts your inner work or which disrupts your happiness, your joy that you have achieved. You have achieved it after a long time. And I'm telling you guys that if you are actually doing genuine inner work and you are attracted to this channel's content, nobody has to actually drag you to come here. You'll just come here on your own and you will understand everything that I'm saying. Because when people are in the initial stages of the twin flame journey, they only want to stalk their twin flame, so-called twin flame. They only want to find out about how they feel for you, what they think about you. And even if that's not wrong, I'm telling you, even if you come across content where a healed masculine or a healed feminine are being projected, or they are being shared, they are being talked about, it will trigger you badly, because the relationship that you've had with your twin flame, it was full of disrespect, maybe violence in some case, lot of anger, lot of frustration is there in your mind. And many a times people pray to meet their twin flame. They say, God, when will I meet my twin flame? How will I meet my twin flame? But when they enter the twin flame ascension journey, it is so scary for them, it is so difficult for them to handle, that they develop a lot of anger towards God and towards whosoever that person is. So then this type of content, they might not even believe. It would be hard for them to believe that someone can do penance for them, that someone can become asexual for them, that someone can leave many things for them, someone can get into mission work for them, someone can pray to God for them, someone can leave alcohol or any such addiction for them, just to be with them, just to match with their frequency. Because in true love, a person wants to match with your frequency, but at the same time, they are very detached person. They are like lotus. When people start dedicating themselves to the real path, then they always find a divine counterpart type of a person. They always meet someone who is so wonderful that they just look at that person and the day is made. They look at that person, they are happy. They are around that person and they are happy. They just see that person smile and they are happy. Love is such a beautiful feeling that just by looking at a beautiful soul, a presence of a beautiful soul in your life will make that person happy. But if they are demanding, because in the materialistic world, nobody is happy just by a person's presence. They want more and more and more. They want money, they want sex, they want this, they want that. They are never happy. But a spiritual person, an ascensioner, is happy just by the presence of their lover or the person they love. Whatever they are observing, if it is so beautiful, they just enjoy the vibration. This is called living in the subtler realms, subtler reality of life. Because in the dense reality, everything is very heavy, everything is very hard hitting, it's not relaxing, it's not calming, and everybody is programmed. Most people are, 80% people, 85% people around you will be programmed, 10% will be semi-programmed, and just 5% will be hardcore, top-notch ascensioners or very pure-hearted people. But when you grow in this journey, the surroundings, in your own surroundings, you will meet more people who are in spiritual ascension, and it will enamor you, it will shock you that you never knew that so many wonderful people exist on this planet. Oh my God, this is why this planet is so beautiful. This is why this planet is also protected. This is why good things also happen on this planet, because there are some good people. But I never knew they existed because I was living in a certain reality where those people would not be able to exist. To be in a higher frequency, even you need to be in higher frequency. To experience subtler form of reality, to experience real love, when you have to raise your frequency and you have to be in that level, right? So now that when you do all of this effort and you do all of this hard work and you have started experiencing, enjoying this beauty within, and then it is started to manifest in the outside reality, it is very much possible that someone who is really mesmerized by you, inspired by you, they love you, this person, they realize that to be with you is not a joke, it's not something worldly. To win your heart, they need to do a lot of things and they need to work on themselves. So this person is that type of a person who's going to go against all addictions, going to go against generational curses, societal curses, family expectations. There could be so many problems. It could be social status, it could be caste system, it could be age gap, it could be finances, or it could be some other thing that may have acted as a barrier in your relationship, but this person is willing to cross all the barriers just to be around you or just to help you in your mission work or in your projects, because they now know very well that for you, mission work and doing these projects on planet Earth is immensely enjoyable. It's immensely enjoyable for you. It's very natural for you. You don't have time for any other thing. You don't have time for the worldly bullshit. So they understand that and they value your presence. They value your time so much that even they are willing to follow this path. It's not like they are changing who they naturally are. On the contrary, it could be possible that they are also able to reconnect with their own natural original self thanks to you or the meeting they had with you or the natural affection or love they felt for you. Yes, now they have to fight against many things, and I'm being shown actually progression. There are certain people who have just made their mind that they will be with you, even if that requires for them to end their materialistic lifestyle or not be into that type of a zone. Somebody I'm being shown has already done it 50%. Somebody I'm being shown is 60 to 70%. Some is 80, 90, and there are some who have done so much penance for you that you just cannot, stop admiring them. You cannot stop admiring the love they have shown to you. You really like the way they are connected to God for you or through you. And this is not an obsessive sort of a love. It's not some kind of crazy love that I'm being shown. It's a very beautiful, very profound emotion, very profound type of love. And you are also thankful now to God that because of your inner work, because of your strong decision making, and because of the choice you made to be someone who does inner work, who's very serious about inner work, someone whose lifestyle is now inner work, someone who believes that ascension is a lifestyle, because of all of that, you are also able to see this type of a dedication towards you. And you like that, you admire that. Who doesn't like a person who is a spiritual warrior and they take up the war only to be with you? Who doesn't like that? But you have also done a lot of penance to reach to that point that someone else is doing penance for you now. Honestly, this channeling also reminds me of Lord Shiva and Parvati's love story. It so had happened that Shiva was married to Sati, and Sati had to end her life because of the societal programming, because her father was extremely mean to Shiva. He never accepted Shiva. He insulted Shiva in front of all the gods and goddesses. So later on, what had happened in their story was that Sati had crossed over and she got reincarnated as Parvati, but Shiva had not recognized her. A lot of people underestimate one of the most important stage of this journey, which is recognition. In some people's cases, they have done immense amount of inner work, but they have not clicked onto the recognition. And as soon as they recognize the person, they just simply ascend and enter union. Similar things happened with Shiva and Parvati also. In fact, in Shiva and Parvati's relationship also, a lot of runner-chaser dynamic was seen because Shiva was a hermit and he did not like to stay in the worldly setup, so he would keep going away for his penance and his prayers and for just dedication towards inner work. So he had not recognized Parvati and he had refused to be with her. However, it was Parvati who did deep inner work. She did a lot of penance and immediately he recognized her after that. So this really happens many a times. We people and other people also, we cannot recognize who is made for us, who is sent by God for us. But it's because of inner work we realize. In some people's cases, this is also the reason why they go through all the karmic relationships, the fall twins, and even the twin flame journey, all the heartbreak and the betrayal that they experience in the twin flame journey till the time they don't understand what twin flame journey is all about. So, my dear friends, penance is the only thing that will take you to true love, and true love is within you. So once you find it within you, then I don't even need to tell you, it will all happen and you will find out on your own. In this person's energy who's around you, I'm also seeing a lot of respect, a lot of fondness for you, and this person genuinely feels that you are their final destination. There's nothing they want more than they want you. And also, I think they have figured it out by experience. I'm being shown that there were phases when they came back to you, they left, they came back, they left, they came back. And after meeting a couple of people, they realized that those people are not good enough. And there's a reason behind it, because everybody cannot understand a spiritual ascensioner. So sometimes we also need to understand that yes, for a normal person from the materialistic world, they obviously don't know how an ascensioner's mind works. Especially if you're born as a twin flame or you're born as a star seed, you cannot be like other people. You will not be like others who have so many materialistic desires. Even if at one point in time you did have materialistic desires, even you as a person have realized that you have risen above them. You are no longer that old version of you who wanted certain things so badly, even though those things were temporary, fickle, and they were just an illusion. I also sense that you have also, as a person, built up a lot of respect for yourself, your energy and your space. You've also realized that you don't like to create unnecessarily, like some kind of a disturbance, disruption in whatever you're doing. You value your time a lot. You value everything that God has given to you. You have got a lot of gratitude. You've got a lot of appreciation for this journey now. And that's why I said these people, whosoever resonate with it, they are definitely into surrender and other stages, not into runner chaser dynamic anymore. In fact, they also thank God for the runner chaser dynamic that happened in their life for so long, the hot and cold behavior given to them by people. They understand how this system works, where you attract what you are within, and you can also change it by changing your feelings and by shifting into higher dimensions. But when you are shifting, you need to actually be a match of that particular frequency, and for that you need to study that frequency. I've also heard about people who go into the hell dimension on purpose, or they do tantra, or they do some other wish fulfillment related practices, which give them like some kind of a desire fulfillment, you can say. But they are doing it on purpose. And I'm talking about certain demonic agents who occupy people who have got certain skills in them. So they know that this person can attract a lot of materialistic stuff, and to get maybe more name, fame, power, recognition, they need to do certain things that only a demon can do. There are those type of people also who sell their soul to the devil just to get something in life, just because their ego has become so important for them. And then there are those who are ascensioners who have literally surrendered everything to God, everything to source, and they just tell source that do whatever you want to, put me in any situation, but I will smile, I will be your device, and I will be your volunteer. So on this note, let's say once, Siyavar Ramchandra ki jai, bolo Hanuman ki jai. So this is where I will close this channeling session. It's very important to understand that we always attract who we are inside. That's the number one takeaway from this session. And number two, that if you are pure-hearted, if you are devoted, if you have a lot of honesty and truth inside of you, then with time you will start seeing in your physical reality also people like that. But your penance and your inner work should not be based on that. You should not be doing it for certain wish fulfillment. And that's why I disagree with a lot of law of attraction courses or a lot of law of attraction coaches also, who tell people, or they put people on the path that if you want this, then you have to do 50 affirmations every day. If you want to achieve this, then you have to write down whatever 100 times in a day. If you want to do this, you have to... That doesn't work. That doesn't work, my dear friends. In fact, in the twin flame ascension journey, it's literally more like, if you want something, let it go. If you want something, let it be. If it is meant for you, it will come back to you, or it will come to you. But you don't have to, lose all your mind, your peace of mind, get anxious, get depressed for something that you feel at that point in time, being that version of you will make you happy. The higher you go, the more you understand. The higher you go, Sometimes you don't need even words to express what's happening around you. You're just enjoying it. You realize that in this body, within this body of 3.5 hands, what is this called? Arm, 3.5 arm, if you calculate, within this is the whole universe, is the whole Brahmand. Your body will take you to the whole Brahmand if you know how to do inner work. It will become your device too. It will become a proper device. You will understand that in time. Or maybe because I'm channeling for people who are doing hardcore inner work, maybe you already do. So I will see you soon in another one. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.